At 92 years old, he still drives himself every day, alert, sharp, and remarkably, he hasn't been sick in over 30 years. Not even with a common cold. This might seem like a rare exception for many, the result of good genes or sheer luck. But if you listen to his story, you'll realize something deeper. Lasting health doesn't come from fortune. It comes from small, wise choices repeated consistently every single day. In a society that increasingly relies on medication, assistive devices, and regular doctor's appointments, this man chose a simpler path, taking control of his health from within, avoiding medical intervention unless necessary. So what helped him achieve such a remarkable state of well-being? The answer lies in 5 seemingly simple habits, yet powerful enough to reshape the immune system, strengthen the nervous system, and redefine the pace of aging. This isn't just a personal anecdote. It's a profound lesson for millions of older adults across America, those entering a stage of life where health is no longer something random, but the result of intentional daily choices. If you think it's too late to start taking care of yourself again, perhaps his journey is the gentle yet awakening reminder you need. Senior health isn't something we're given. It's something we build with each day, each breath, and each decision, no matter how small it may seem. Habit 1. Activate your body the moment you wake up, a gentle start for a fulfilling day. None of us gets a warning when old age knocks on the door. It doesn't come all at once, but quietly, gradually, slipping in through each morning movement, in the subtle stiffness of the knees as we get out of bed. At age 60, the man in our story felt this very clearly: heavy legs, a foggy mind, and once, he even tripped over his slippers, simply because his feet hadn't fully woken up. It wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a warning sign from the nervous, circulatory, and musculoskeletal systems still asleep after a long night. Instead of letting his body struggle on its own, he created a short morning ritual that lasted just 90 seconds. It wasn't exercise. It wasn't yoga. It was simply a message to his body. Today, we move. Today, we live. Today, we stay alert. While many people reach for their phone, the news, or coffee first thing in the morning, he chose stillness. He lay quietly, took 3 deep breaths, gently moved his fingers and toes, then rotated his wrists and ankles, all within a calm, silent space. Each movement was light and slow, yet powerful enough to awaken the central nervous system, circulate blood to the limbs, activate the joints, and clear a path for oxygen to reach the brain. Studies from the National Institute on Aging have shown that the first 30 minutes after waking are the most sensitive for older adults. This is when blood tends to be thicker, blood pressure can fluctuate, and joints are still stiff from nighttime immobility. A sudden movement, like jumping out of bed, can cause dizziness, falls, or minor cardiovascular incidents. But by spending just 90 seconds gently awakening the body, these risks can be significantly reduced. What's remarkable here isn't the difficulty of the routine, it's the consistency. Just like a beautiful piece of music begins with a soft opening note, our bodies, too, need to tune up before performing a full day of activity. And when the nervous system, muscles, bones, circulation, and respiration are activated in harmony, we experience noticeable changes: sharper focus, quicker reflexes, less morning stiffness, a common issue for adults over 65. No gym required, no yoga mat, no special equipment. All you need is yourself, your bed, and 90 seconds of quiet reconnection with your body. This isn't just a way to start your day, it's a powerful, silent message you send to yourself. Dear body, we are still here, still alive, still capable of adapting and moving forward. When this habit is repeated each morning, it doesn't just change the way you wake up, it can change the entire quality of your aging journey. Because just as youth doesn't begin with a birth certificate, senior health doesn't begin with lab results. It begins in the quiet moments when you choose to reconnect with yourself. And there is no better time to start than this very morning. Habit 2. The golden glass, a simple formula to wake up the immune system, reduce inflammation, and support longevity. In today's world, where supermarket shelves overflow with supplements and advertisements promise to boost immunity instantly, few would expect that a simple kitchen recipe could serve as a long-lasting golden shield for health. But for a 92-year-old man who hasn't fallen ill in over 3 decades, a warm glass of water with lemon, turmeric, and black pepper has become a non-negotiable part of his morning routine, not because it's magical, but because it's effective, consistent, and backed by solid science. The exact formula: 8 ounces, about 240 milliliters of warm water. Juice from half a fresh lemon, 1/4 teaspoon of pure turmeric powder, and a pinch of black pepper. This method is inexpensive, simple, but affects 3 important systems in the elderly body: the immune system, the digestive system, and the circulatory system. Let's begin with lemon, a rich source of vitamin C which stimulates the production of white blood cells, the body's first line of defense against viruses and bacteria. According to data from the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University, seniors who regularly consume vitamin C not only fall ill less often but also recover faster when they do, and respond more effectively to vaccines. Lemon also gently increases bile flow and stomach acid production, aiding digestion, a common issue among Americans over 65 due to declining enzyme levels and beneficial gut bacteria. The second ingredient, turmeric, is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents. Its active compound, curcumin, has been verified through hundreds of studies published in major medical journals such as Frontiers in Pharmacology and the American Journal of Geriatric Pharmacotherapy. Curcumin helps lower chronic inflammation markers, the underlying cause of many age-related diseases like arthritis, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. More importantly, it neutralizes free radicals and slows cellular aging, helping seniors maintain both mental clarity and physical vitality. However, here's a little-known secret: curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own, unless activated by piperine, a compound found in black pepper. According to a study published in Molecular Nutrition and Food Research, piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2.000%, turning an ordinary-looking glass of water into a biologically potent immune-activating tool. Within minutes of consumption, it's no coincidence that this 92-year-old man calls it his morning gold glass. Because for him, it's more than a drink, it's a declaration of health, maintained consistently for over 30 years. This simple mixture has helped him avoid seasonal colds, joint flare-ups, and the all-too-familiar digestive issues that often trouble older adults. Most importantly, the effectiveness lies not in a single drink but in daily commitment, consistent dosage, and precise combination. This isn't a random online health trend, it's a harmonious blend of senior physiology, natural nutrition, and modern medical insight. Habit 3. Walking as healing, a simple act with profound impact. In today's fast-paced, digital world where everything is streamlined and digitized, there exists an old-fashioned habit, often dismissed as trivial, that's quietly saving the health of millions of older adults: walking. For the 92-year-old man in our story, this isn't about burning calories or hitting a step count goal. It's a healing ritual that has helped him preserve his strength, mental clarity, and independence for over 3 decades. He calls it his anti-inflammatory walk, not a workout, but a long-term investment in health. Every day, rain or shine, he steps outside and walks for 15 minutes. No headphones, no phone, no effort to exercise. He simply walks, quietly, to the rhythm of his breath. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6, with arms swinging gently, shoulders relaxed, and a subtle smile resting on his lips. It may sound simple, even uneventful, but this is a complete nervous system reset, harmonizing the joints, muscles, circulation, and breath. According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, just 20 minutes of walking a day can significantly reduce C-reactive protein, CRP, levels, a key inflammation marker linked to arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Meanwhile, A study from Stanford University revealed that walking boosts creativity and memory by over 60% compared to sedentary activities like reading or watching TV. But the real power of walking lies not in the distance or pace, it lies in the mindset. When walking becomes a ritual, not a chore, and when it's done mindfully, without digital distractions or performance pressure, the body activates its parasympathetic nervous system. This system is responsible for healing, digestion, immune function, and emotional regulation. Seniors are particularly prone to chronic stress due to hormonal changes, health concerns, financial anxiety, and feelings of loneliness. In this context, walking becomes the most natural and effective calming medicine available, no prescription required. It's no surprise, then, that he says this. On days when he skips his walk, he feels older, sluggish, foggy-headed, with slower digestion and stiff, creaky joints. But when he walks each morning, it's like a reset button. His posture straightens, his back feels stable, and his mind grows clear. His musculoskeletal system stays active, joints stay lubricated, muscles stay engaged, all of which are crucial for maintaining balance and preventing falls. The leading cause of injury-related death among seniors in the U.S. What's most special about walking is this. You don't need gadgets. You don't need perfect weather. You don't even need energy to begin. Because walking gives energy back to you. All you need is a pair of soft-soled shoes, a quiet path, and a few minutes just for yourself, and with every step, you're extending your life, reclaiming your independence, and rebuilding trust in your health. And if today you're feeling tired, sluggish, or worried that your health is declining, maybe you only need to do one thing. Step outside, open the door, and start walking. Because movement isn't just life. Movement is renewal. Habit 4. A high-protein breakfast, fueling the body, nourishing the brain, and supporting longevity. If there's a moment in the day that sets the tone for how the body performs for hours to come, it's breakfast. But for a 92-year-old man who hasn't been sick in over 30 years, breakfast is not just eating to feel full, it's his meal for the brain and body. A powerful yet simple nutrition ritual, grounded in a deep scientific understanding of the aging process. After the age of 60, the body's ability to absorb and synthesize protein declines significantly, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. This means that older adults need more protein than younger individuals to maintain muscle mass, immune strength, and nervous system function. Yet, the reality is that many American seniors start their day with white bread, sugary cereal, or sweetened coffee, foods that offer little to no meaningful protein. And this is often why they feel fatigued, forgetful, or suffer from a weakened immune response, without understanding the root cause. Recognizing this, the man in our story crafted a high-protein breakfast, simple, affordable, and highly effective. 1 hard-boiled egg, 6 grams protein. 1 cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt, 15-17 grams protein. 1/4 cup of walnuts, 5 grams protein plus omega-3s. A small handful of fresh blueberries, rich in antioxidants. In total, this breakfast delivers over 25 grams of high-quality protein, aligning with the recommended intake set by the American Society for Clinical Nutrition for older adults, to maintain musculoskeletal health, enhance brain function, and support immune resilience. But the benefits go far beyond the numbers. After consistently following this breakfast routine, he noticed that his blood sugar stayed stable, the mid-morning energy crash disappeared, his memory felt clearer, incidents of forgetting names or small tasks became rare, and most importantly, his body felt steady, less tired, and resilient even when his daily routine shifted. These are unmistakable signs of a body being nourished properly from within. Not by supplements, but by real food. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that older adults who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast enjoy better muscle mass, lower hospitalization rates, and greater longevity. Protein isn't just about muscles, it's the foundation for antibodies, enzymes, hormones, and neurotransmitters. Getting enough means you're not just staying physically strong, but also mentally sharp, emotionally balanced, and able to enjoy life fully. Every day. Habit 5. Tuning the mind, the quiet yet most powerful foundation of senior health. There's something most doctors don't teach in medical school, yet it may be the deepest truth about healthy aging. The mind weakens before the body does. Stress, worry, frustration. Those seemingly invisible forces are silent threats that damage the immune system, erode memory, and drain the energy of older adults. That's why, for the 92-year-old man in our story, the most important habit doesn't involve diet, exercise, or supplements. It's 3 minutes of stillness each morning to tune the mind. He doesn't call it meditation or therapy. No candles, no soft music, just quiet, before speaking to anyone, before checking the news or the weather. For 3 minutes, he visualizes how he wants to live that day, not in terms of tasks, but in his ideal emotional state, calm, steady, healthy, purposeful. He imagines himself walking out the door with a smile, speaking, driving with ease, and handling every task without rush. And that alone reprograms his nervous system, from the inside out. Modern science no longer dismisses this as wishful thinking. According to fMRI brain imaging studies at Harvard University, vividly visualizing an action or emotion activates the same regions of the brain as physically performing it. In other words, you don't have to wait for the perfect day to feel peaceful. You can create that feeling yourself, with intentional and consistent thoughts. This is especially vital for older adults, a group highly vulnerable to chronic stress due to physiological and emotional changes, loss of loved ones, declining health, loneliness, financial worries. Stress doesn't just make you sad, it raises cortisol levels, damages brain cells, disrupts digestion, increases blood pressure, and weakens immunity. In short, stress is the invisible killer behind many age-related diseases. That's why just 3 minutes every morning to sit quietly and guide your mind is not a luxury. It's one of the most essential forms of prevention. A 2016 study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison showed that practicing mental rehearsal for just 5 minutes daily reduces anxiety, improves memory, and boosts immunity in adults over 65, with benefits lasting for weeks. The miracle isn't how long you sit, it's that you take control of your inner state. When the mind is at peace, the body follows. Blood pressure lowers, digestion improves, the immune system functions better, and you become more resilient to life's small challenges. As he once said, "I don't worry, because worry is a thief. Every morning, I lock the door." When you train the mind to stand firm, the body naturally follows. That's more than a habit, that's a life philosophy. And it can begin tomorrow morning, or right now, in your quiet moment. Growing older is not a sentence of decline. It's a chance to reclaim control over your health. But if you continue ignoring the small signals, morning fatigue, forgetfulness, aching joints, poor digestion, then day by day, you're surrendering your vitality. Senior health doesn't vanish overnight, it fades through forgotten habits. Today, you've learned 5 proven, science-backed habits for staying healthy after age 65, simple, practical, and easy to implement at home. Don't wait until illness forces change. Start tomorrow, or even better, start this morning.